Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to get a little bit more personal. This is a let's get glam video, so I'm going to be getting glam as I talk to you about a lot of things that have been on my mind lately, and I happen to have chosen some products that I've tried recently that have been my favorite things I've tried recently, so keep an eye out if you spot anything you like. I am going to start with some moisturizer. This one is from Murad, the SPF 51, and I'm just going to apply it all over the face for some hydration. I don't know if I'll tell you every single thing that I'm going to be using in today's video because I mainly just want to talk to you guys. I don't often do let's get glam videos where I just chat about what's going on, but I do like to dabble in these every once in a while. And I recently got to 98,000 subscribers, which I am beyond grateful for. Thank you so much to everyone who's ever subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate you guys. And that got me thinking about how long I've been doing YouTube for, how long it's been my goal to get to 100,000 subscribers, which we are so close to, and how my mentality about it has shifted throughout the years. When I first started my YouTube channel, 100,000 subscribers was a goal that seemed very far away, and by very far away I didn't expect me to take 10 years to get there. Okay, I think currently on my 8th or 9th year of doing YouTube videos consistently. I'm at 98,000 subscribers at the moment, which again I'm super grateful for. And while I thought that the 100,000 thing, if I ever made it, was a very far away dream, I might have not thought it would take me as long as it has to get there. And it's by no means because I even thought becoming a YouTuber, like this being my full-time job, was a possible thing. I honestly just thought that I would either quit and like not make it within a short amount of time, or that it would happen for me. I was more so leaning towards like it probably wasn't going to happen, but if it did, the 100,000 number, for some reason, it seemed like every YouTuber I knew was in the millions, so I didn't think small creators could make it on YouTube. I think that was the mistake in my mentality and where I've learned the most. I thought in order for YouTube to be your full-time job and the thing that you did, you had to at the very least have 100,000 subscribers to be able to afford to be a YouTuber, to be able to like pay your bills, because I think at the time micro and mini creators just weren't a thing the way it is today. And so the 100,000 number, even though now it's so close, is no longer the goal, is no longer what matters most to me. Am I grateful every time someone hits that subscribe button? Yes. Will I celebrate from the rooftops the moment I hit 100,000 subscribers? Absolutely. I've been doing this for about 9 years now, so the moment that we get there, I am going to be beyond grateful and beyond happy, and it's absolutely going to be a dream come true. But it just isn't what matters most, and I'll tell you what matters most. Let me start doing my makeup. Okay, hold on. I'm getting excited about the things I want to share with you, and I'm not even doing my makeup. Here's the Merit the Uniform tint because I am obsessed. Cannot put it down. It's been my most used tint this summer, which has been very surprising. Anyways, making YouTube into my job was definitely hard. Okay, it was not an easy process, and it took a lot of time and a lot of dedication. But being around 25 years old when I started my YouTube channel, I was working full-time at first at Sephora, then I switched to Nordstrom, and I was working in beauty because this is what I've always loved. I've always been passionate about beauty products and makeup and helping other people feel confident and beautiful in their skin, helping people to find products they love, helping people to master an eyeshadow look they like, something that will make them feel beautiful and confident. That's always been my passion, and so I started chasing my dream and my passion working retail at places like Sephora and Nordstrom. I've always loved high-end and luxury makeup, and so I went to find a job at the store I loved visiting most, which was Sephora, after I graduated with 2 bachelor's degrees from FIU in Miami. Back to what I was saying, making YouTube into my full-time job was definitely not an easy thing. I started whilst working full-time, and I would dedicate pretty much all of the time before and after my full-time job to my YouTube channel. Because let me tell you, editing videos takes hours and hours and hours. It is so much work and it is tedious. Do I enjoy it? No. But I have always been able to concentrate enough to do it, okay? What I enjoy is sitting here and talking to you guys. I am, however, very happy and glad that when I first started my YouTube journey, I gave myself a challenge. And why did I give myself a challenge? Because the first time I started uploading YouTube videos, I quit within the first like 3 to 4 videos. I regret it so bad, but I quit because I didn't have the equipment, I didn't have the editing software. I was filming with the front camera of my laptop. It was a bit of a mess and it wasn't sustainable for me, so I quit. Now the second time around, I was like, quitting is not an option until you've been consistently uploading videos for at least a year. So I gave myself a full year, and I didn't give myself a huge goal. I wanted to do at the very least 1 video every week, and so I stuck to that and I found a rhythm. And while I was nowhere near where I wanted to be at the end of my 1 year, I wanted in the first year to at least get to like 1,000 subscribers. I think I was maybe at like 300 to 400 when I got there, but that was okay because I had learned a rhythm, I had grown a little community, and I started to see that I enjoyed the process. I'm using the new Anastasia bronzer on its own. This is the first time I use it on its own, I think. Every time I've used it before, I've put like a contour underneath, but I wanted to test it out like this. So far, so good. And so that first year and that challenge I gave myself showed me to love the process. And even though my goals were met at the end of the year, I was like, okay, I can continue to do this. I can keep going. I can keep working after work and working before work. I did also have the advantage that working at Sephora, I would receive products in gratis that were new and that I could test out for my YouTube channel. Even though I never fully relied on that, it was more of a help than anything else. I mainly found an excuse through my YouTube channel to purchase all of the makeup I wanted to purchase, let's be real. I do think though that working at Sephora helped my confidence in doing my makeup and also doing other people's makeup, which helped my confidence in sitting in front of a camera and being able to teach viewers about products and comparisons, and also being able to teach viewers how to create beautiful eyeshadow looks and whatnot. So let's talk about the title of the video then. Let's talk about what actually does matter to me now rather than that 100,000 subscriber number, which again, I will celebrate from the rooftops once we get there. But what matters most 9 years in? And what matters most is honestly you guys. You guys who watch my videos, anyone who ever learned a new technique from my YouTube channel, anyone who ever followed an eyeshadow tutorial and was able to recreate it at home to create an eyeshadow look that they like, anyone who felt more confident in their makeup after watching any one of my videos, anyone who found a holy grail product from watching a review of mine, anyone who had been struggling with dry skin like I have for years and finally found products that were suited for their complexion, anyone who maybe found a new brand that they had never heard about here on my YouTube channel and it's now one of their favorites. Literally anyone who's ever found anything positive in one of my YouTube videos, that's what matters most. anytime anyone's left me a positive comment about something they've watched here on my YouTube channel, know that you've made my day, know that you've inspired me, and know that you have kept me strong, you have kept me going to continue to make more of the content I make. In my 5 looks 1 palette videos, anyone who's ever commented, whether or not you have the palette I'm talking about, that you've practiced with the tutorial I showed you, that you've been able to create eyeshadow looks you love on yourself, anyone who's ever tagged me in a picture or a video of them recreating one of my looks, you've made my day. You've kept me strong, you've made me keep going, and I am so grateful to you. We're not crying in today's video, we're not. So to make a long story short, truly the best reward has always been to help my viewers feel more beautiful and more confident with their makeup application and the products that they use, and how to best make those products work, or how to best make an eyeshadow look work for you. That's definitely the main feel I've had throughout the years. I'm going to do a super simple eyeshadow look with a new palette. This one is from COMPLEXION Cosmetics, and it is the Bonfire palette. It's a beautiful palette with a stunning color story, and I'm not going to do it any justice because I want to use the simplest colors in it. So I apologize in advance. If you guys are interested, check out this stunning color story right here. It is full perfection. By the way, check out my new Glamnetic nails. Are you kidding? I am obsessed. Perfect summer transition into fall type nails as well. Anyways, I digress. So I'm going to basically use this section of the palette right here. So I'm not going to use any of the fun colors today, but the palette is fun. Now, besides what I just mentioned, I've also had some really fun opportunities throughout the years, some career milestones, if you will, that have made a huge difference for me. First of all, my thought process of you must be at like 100,000 subscribers in order to be able to make YouTube work for you as a career was wrong, because I didn't know of the many ways in which you can earn an income from YouTube, which is not just the views. When I first started my YouTube channel, I thought the only way to make money from YouTube was views, and I also thought that in order to make any kind of discount code with a brand work or anything like that, you had to be like in the millions of subscribers. That smaller creators really didn't get those opportunities, so that wasn't even a thought that crossed my mind. And then after a couple of years of content creation, I realized that I was going to be able to monetize my channel in more ways than one. So besides the little bit of income I was earning at the time from the YouTube views in it of themselves, I realized that I was able to apply for platforms that would help me monetize my links, which is why I always tell you guys that it helps me when you guys buy whatever product I'm talking about by using the links I leave you down below in the description box, because I earn a small commission from you purchasing any product that you click on from my video. Besides that, I also learned about smaller brands like Glaminatrix, for example, since I'm using them, and Nomad and Adept Cosmetics, Refer brushes, etc., which are smaller brands that give creators like me opportunities as far as like the discount codes are concerned and whatnot. And so the discount codes, whenever you use them, it also gives me a little kickback from your purchase. And so with all of that, which honestly I was not expecting when I first started my YouTube channel, I was able to make YouTube my career when I was about around 50,000 subscribers, which was a few years into me having my YouTube channel. I think that was in 2021. And obviously making your passion into what you do for a living is honestly the greatest blessing. It is fantastic. Check out the smoky look. That is so beautiful. I love it. I'm going to get a tiny brush and just smoke the under eye as well. Also, even though I don't get sponsored much, for two reasons mainly. One, I don't accept sponsorships that I don't feel passionate about. I've left money on the table because of this. If it's not a product that I truly see myself using and wearing and like excited about, then I'm not going to suggest it to anyone. I was going to use my metallic pencil from Danessa Myricks on the eyelid, but I can't not use Glamnetics shimmers, okay? I cannot leave these here. I'm going to go for Smolder because that reminds me of a Pat McGrath shade. That is so pretty. It reminds me of the Pat McGrath shade in Mothership number 10. Should we compare? Hold on. Oh my god. They are so similar. Are you kidding? So this is Pat McGrath and this is Glaminatrix. The Pat McGrath one even seems a little like chunkier and more loose, and the Glaminatrix one's a bit more like a creamy shadow. Glaminatrix, Pat McGrath. It's the same shade, okay? These two could not be closer if they tried. It's literally my favorite shade from Mothership number 10. So, wow. I might or might not have lost my train of thought there. I honestly don't remember what I was saying before, but I'll just continue to count my blessings and I'm going to use Smolder as I do. Anyways, I have met some beautiful souls throughout my YouTube journey, and I'm talking other creators whom I love, who are beautiful people just like they seem on camera, like Angela Bride, for example. I love her. Ali Glines, oh my goodness, I don't know her like personally, but sometimes we message each other and she is just the sweetest being. And I've also met some wonderful people who are brand creators or brand owners, like Tom from Refer Brushes. We text a lot, okay? I love Tom. Tom is a great human being. Oh my god, I hadn't looked at myself in the mirror. That is stunning. That looks so good. I remember what I was saying now. I was talking about me leaving money on the table, and what I was going to give you as an example is I never used custom jewelry or jewelry that isn't gold. Not because I'm special, but because I grew up in Cuba where jewelry that isn't gold tarnishes in an instant because it is so hot and so humid. I used to turn silver black, okay? Back when I lived in Cuba, if I ever wore anything silver, it would look good on me for about 2.5 days, and then I would turn it black because it's hot and it's humid and you sweat in it and it turns, and then you have to like constantly be cleaning it and whatever. Anyway, so I've always been used to having a few jewelry pieces that just stay with me forever, and they're gold. And so I've had brands that don't sell solid gold jewelry, that sell custom jewelry, reach out to me, and no matter how beautiful the jewelry is, because let me tell you, in most cases it is absolutely stunning, but because it's not something that I wear myself, I'm not gonna sit here and sell it to you. So I have turned down sponsorships of that sort before because, and again, it's like beautiful pieces, but because they aren't pieces that I would constantly wear because eventually they will fade, then I'm not going to sell them to my viewers, you know? Anyways, I think that was a bit of a tangent that I had gone on. Because the main point I was trying to make was that even though I don't do sponsorships often, that is also a little tiny part of a source of income for me, and it has been throughout the years. Whenever I've gotten like a Sephora sponsorship, which thankfully now happens sometimes around the Sephora sale, not always, but most Sephora sales, I have been blessed enough to get a sponsorship from Sephora. Like, what a dream come true that has been. And thank you to Sephora, honestly, for believing in smaller creators and giving us the opportunity to make a little bit of extra money talking about the Sephora sale, because let's face it, we're gonna talk about it anyways. Something else that was an absolute highlight for me as a smaller creator was being invited by YouTube to the YouTube headquarters in San Francisco a few years ago. What an amazing experience that was. We basically went to get interviewed. That's where I met Leah Jane. If you guys follow Leah Jane, I love her. We met on that trip, and we basically got interviewed by YouTube engineers and people who worked behind the screens on the way we created links and shared links for our audiences. And what they were working on was what is now YouTube shopping. So like whenever you see, I'm gonna like give you an example, like a product pop up on the screen, that is YouTube shopping. We earn a small commission from that. It's like linking a product, and that used to not exist a few years ago. And I went on a trip where I got grilled with questions about how we did things and whatnot, and what they were working on was the YouTube shopping program, which is like mind-blowing to me that I got to experience that I was like a tiny part of that. What an incredible journey YouTube has been for me. I am so grateful, honestly. And so I'm getting emotional again. For all of those reasons is why I was telling you at the beginning of the video, like the 100,000 subscriber number, well, it's still a goal of mine and I will celebrate it from the rooftops once it happens, is not what's been the most meaningful when it came to being a content creator and this being my job, you know? It's honestly been just such an incredible journey for me, even though I'm still a small creator. And I am so grateful for you guys for sticking with me and for watching my channel and my videos, and for every comment and every like and every time you've shared a video of mine. I truly appreciate you guys so much. I'm ruining my makeup. I'm going to use my taupe eyeliner from Natasha Denona in my waterline. I'm obsessed with this eyeliner. And I'm going to grab one more color from this palette, the shade Kindling, and just add it right on the inner corner. So stunning. I have a discount code with BUXOM Cosmetics if you guys are interested, and it is Patty10. This palette is beautiful. I'm going to use my Anastasia blush. I've been obsessing over this one since I got it. I'm not combining it today, I'm just using the dark shade from the Peach Trio. And I'm going to use the new Kosas Soul Gazer mascara, which I've also been obsessing over. I'm back, and I also went ahead and applied some Ardell Demi Wispies to my lashes, and all I'm missing now is to do something to my lips. So let me pick a lip liner. One of the most important things I am grateful for at the moment, and one of the things that matters most to me that isn't the number, is that right now in this era of my life, if you will, I am feeling extra grateful that this is my job, because I have my daughter now that just turned 1 a couple of months ago, and I am so grateful. Like, I literally think about it every single day of my life. I am so grateful every day that I get to be here with her and that I get to watch her grow. I am currently full-time mommy, part-time YouTuber, and I know my channel has absolutely taken a hit from it, but I am so grateful that I get to choose to be able to do that. I'm gonna cry again. It like blows my mind that I have the opportunity of being here at home with her. Everyone who works from home and that has kids at home probably get it. I get to make her breakfast, lunch and dinner every day, and care for her and play with her and change her and etc, etc. I get to be with her every day, and that is something that I will forever be grateful for. I know that years from now I will look back at when my daughter was little, and I will look back at this moment in time, and I will continue to be grateful that I get to be here with her every day. It honestly is beyond anything I can put into words, so I'm gonna stop trying. I'm going to use this teeny tiny lip liner from Natasha Denona in the shade Natasha here. I have a new one, but I want to really kill this one. I've been taking full advantage of her nap times in order to film, which is why you haven't heard her throughout this video. You might towards the end because she just woke up. So I've been taking full advantage of nap times. I've been taking full advantage of after 9 p.m. once she is asleep to edit videos. But working around her schedule is honestly such a blessing for me. And I do, of course, have my mother-in-law here at home with me who helps me tremendously with everything Evelyn related. I could not do it without her. Honestly, this is the best lip liner ever created. I love it so much. I'm going to use this gloss from BUXOM Cosmetics. I liked it a lot when I tried it. Isn't it so pretty? Oh my god, I love this gloss from BUXOM Cosmetics. It's called Nude Beige. And when I first saw these, I was like, probably not going to care much for them because they have like sparkles in them. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I am obsessed with this color gloss and the sparkle and how juicy it looks. So good. I wanted to ask, mira que niña más linda, who just woke up from a nap. You look so pretty. Qué bonita, mi princesa. I wanted to ask you guys to comment something down below, and that is whether you've ever learned anything from my YouTube channel or whether you've ever found a product that you loved through my videos, so that I can read through those comments, because that will absolutely make my day. My visitor left me. Anyways, I wanted to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for 98,000 subscribers, but mainly for just simply being here and watching my videos and interacting with my content. If you've ever liked a video of mine, if you've ever clicked on a link of mine, if you've ever left a comment in a video of mine, I am so beyond grateful for you, because all of that allows me to have my YouTube channel and to be able to pay my bills through doing what I love. And it's given me some really beautiful opportunities throughout the year, and it mainly, which is again the thing that I am the most grateful for at the moment, helps me be here at home with my daughter while I still work around her schedule, and I get to spend so much time with her, which I am beyond grateful for. So thank you so much for your trust and support. If you guys liked today's video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you still have not subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe before you leave. Suggest my channel to a friend of yours that you think might enjoy my content. Thank you for being here. This is, by the way, the finished look, which I'm obsessed with. I love. This is the Patty aesthetic right here. I am in love with the smoky eye, the cool tones, the glitter, the juicy lips. All of it is just exactly what I love. Anyways, I love you all so much, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.